For months, all anyone ever talked about was the 100 billion Jio IPO.
जियो रिलायंस जियो के आईपीओ का इंतजार
आईपीओ के लिए अर्जी डाल दी गई है।
the biggest IPO in India's history.
Investors hyped it up, stock markets were eagerly awaiting for its listing, and folks like you and me also wanted a part of it. But suddenly, all the news about the Jio IPO seems to have disappeared. Well, what if I told you this is because Jio is not a telecom company? You might say, come on Akanksha, they have over 47 crore telecom subscribers, over 1 lakh telecom towers across the company, and they are the largest telecom player in this country. How can they not be a telecom company? And how is that anything to do with the delay in their IPO? Well, that's because Jio's biggest investors, Meta, Google, KKR, Saudi Public Investment Fund, didn't buy it at telecom valuations. They paid over 22x EBITDA, giving it tech-like valuations. And that's also a reason behind the delay in its IPO. Are you confused? Well, don't worry, because in this video of FinShots TV, I'm going to break that exactly for you. FinShots TV is now a part of Zerodha01 network. We plan on bringing you stories that impact your day-to-day lives, sometimes even without you knowing it. So stick around and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Let's take it from the top. So why is Jio not a telecom company? Or rather, why would they not want to be a telecom company? Well, to answer that, we'll have to go back to 2016. That's the year Reliance did something no Indian company had ever done before. They unleashed Jio into the most aggressive telecom blitz the country had ever seen. Free data and dirt cheap smartphones. And all of this paid off as just in a few years, they added over 47 crore subscribers. By numbers, by sheer scale, this should have been the golden opportunity for an IPO. They could have gone public with their explosive subscriber growth and let the IPO markets shower them with riches. But Reliance held off, and that decision in hindsight was not an accident. To see why, you'll have to understand how the rules have changed for telecom companies in India. For decades, telecom was seen as a safe, steady growing sector. Investors valued companies for their ARPU, or the average revenue per user, and that's how reliably they could milk monthly fees from subscribers. But by 2016, that world was collapsing. Jio had a role to play in it as well. The government kept jacking up spectrum prices, and Jio had already introduced dirt cheap pricing for its telecom plans. This pushed many telecom players into a price war as debt was going up and margins kept vanishing. Just look at this creative we made at FinShots. This shows how telecom players literally vanished from the sector post 2016. A sector which once had 13 players has shrank to just 3 major players and a few government companies. Clearly, there's no value in going public as a telecom player. Investors are no longer rewarding companies for selling more SIM cards or building more towers. The big multiples, the sky-high valuations are now reserved for those building the digital infrastructure, just like big tech giants. That's the reason why Jio now wants tech valuations and not telecom valuations. If you look at Mukesh Ambani's AGM speeches in the last few years or go through the fine print of Reliance's annual reports, this is clear that Jio's ambitions are not limited to being a telecom company but to a tech giant. They have announced multi-billion-dollar bets on artificial intelligence and cloud infrastructure. Reliance is also setting up hyperscale data centers like the massive $20 billion investment that they made in a Jamnagar facility. This is going to be one of the world's largest data center. Based on the investments by Jio's biggest investors that happened at 22x EBITDA, Jio wants tech valuations, not telecom valuations. Here's what the 22x EBITDA actually means. Jio's biggest investors paid 22 rupees for every 1 rupee of operating profit Jio earned. In simpler terms, this high multiple indicates investors have huge expectations for Jio's future growth, profitability and ability to scale beyond traditional telecom revenues. But here's the thing, Jio isn't alone in seeing the enormous potential of India's digital transformation. Global tech giants like Elon Musk's Starlink and Jeff Bezos' Project Kuiper are aggressively eyeing India's vast market too. Starlink is already in talks to beam low-cost satellite-powered internet directly into every corner of rural India, bypassing traditional telecom infrastructure altogether. And Amazon's Project Kuiper plans on doing something similar, leveraging the tech giants' cloud infrastructure in global scale. Meanwhile, American cloud giants like AWS, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud aren't just building global scale data centers in India. In one of their recent earning calls, Jio also announced free 100 GB cloud storage to break into the space using their telecom playbook. They are also trying to modernize their telecom facilities with Jio Fiber. And while all of this competition is intensifying, India's regulatory landscape is also changing rapidly. The Parliament is busy drafting the new Digital India Act, then there are sweeping data protection laws. There's also a fresh satellite communications regulation on the plate, and there is no clarity if it's going to favor domestic players over foreign players. The increasing competition and regulatory challenges are not lost on Jio. Reliance analysts have already cut the company's valuation, dampening their IPO dreams. And clearly, before they IPO to justify their tech-like valuations, they'll have to do something considerable in the tech sphere. Do you think they'll be able to pull that off? Let us know in the comments. See you on the other side.